Hello, this is Brian Purday with the Florida Aviation Network. Day 4 at Verticon 2025 in Dallas, Texas. Today we're talking with Agent Alan Kellogg of the Customs and Border Protection Organization in the Air and Marine Operations. And we're going to get Alan's input on how well the show's going and find out more about the mission. Good morning, Alan. How are you doing?
Hey, good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
My pleasure. You've got a great spot here right at the corner at the entrance, getting a lot of traffic, interest?
Yeah, absolutely. The expo spot here is probably the best one we've had since I started doing these in about 2018. So being right here at the door, you can imagine we get it flooded of the people coming in and flooded of the people coming out, and then all day long a pretty steady traffic. So it's been a good location for us, absolutely.
Well, I see the now hiring sign. Let's talk a little bit about what you're building up to and what you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're here looking for helicopter pilots, pilots in general, but being at Verticon, we're looking for rotary wing guys that have 1,500 hours, 250 PIC, 75 night, 75 instrument, 1 year of professional pilot experience to come fly with us and our mission. Air and Marine Operations, we secure the border of the United States, work with Border Patrol, all of our federal partners, a lot of three-letter agencies, FBI, DIA, ATF, all those guys, and then also do like aerial surveillance for and security for like Super Bowls and Republican national conventions, Democratic national conventions, stuff like that.
Okay, so it's not all just around the border, but other places that need the security.
Yeah, absolutely. Task force operations go all the way through every state of the United States. So we help our federal partners throughout the country too. Absolutely.
Great. Yeah, because I know it seems like most of the time I see the H-60 helicopter at air shows, but there's other aircraft to use. Tell us a little bit more about the different aircraft.
Yeah, absolutely. So our rotary wing aircraft, the Black Hawk, the UH-60, and then our workhorse is the A-Star on the photo here behind us. We have both the AS-350 models and the H-125 models. Fixed wing, we got from drone operations, we got the MQ-9, we got the Cessna 206, we got the Pilatus, we got the King Air, we got the Dash 8s, and we got the P3s. So we got quite the cadre of different types of airframes out there to fly, and looking for pilots to fly them.
I'm joining up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So you're looking for people, primarily pilots. How many people work for CBP? Is it a lot?
Yeah, absolutely. So Air and Marine Operations with our pilots and staff and everybody, we have about 1,500. We have about 520 pilots right now. We're trying to get up to about 600 in the next couple of years. Because we had a lot of attrition coming up. Agency was created, or we had a lot of mass hiring for our pilots back in 2007 through 2009, so 20 years later, retirements. We're looking at 28, 29, where we're going to have a lot of attrition. So we're trying to get up and hire enough pilots to counteract that attrition and be able to successfully execute our mission.
And I think that's one of the things that it's intrigued me the most was how prior military gets to be able to get in without having to fight the age barriers.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point. Traditionally, it's we have a waiver up to 40. So because it's a federal law enforcement position, you have to be under your 40th birthday to apply. However, just like you said, if you are a military veteran and you have veteran status, your age limit doesn't matter anymore. So as long as you can meet the veteran status, we can bring you in at any age, as long as you meet the other qualifications too, right?
It's not a free pass, but
right.
Oh wow. So most of the bases I've seen on one of the pictures, of course, are around the borders. A good chunk, mostly on the southern borders, but you work all over the place. What is one of the most unique places somebody might work?
Well, I mean, we got Puerto Rico. That's always kind of a nice place to work, being tropical there. But we have, McAllen, Laredo along the border. You're going to get a lot of really fun type work and dynamic type flying going on down in those locations. But we also have Grand Forks, North Dakota, and if you're an outdoors person and you can handle the cold in the winter, that's not a bad location either.
And I think from some of the discussions, you've got a better home life than potentially airlines, people where they're going away and stuff like that. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, absolutely, yeah. So, I mean, all of our locations are a little bit different. The ones on the southern borders, you can imagine, are 24/7, 7 days a week, operations, stuff like that. So we run 3 different shifts. But what we try to do, or what we do, is most of the time, an agent will have like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Sunday, Monday off. So it's 5 days on, 2 days off, just kind of like a traditional work schedule. It works really good with family life, good quality of life, all that kind of stuff. So for me, I like it because I was a coach. I was home at the evenings to be able to coach little league and basketball and track and all kinds of stuff. So and just be there for the kids and the family and stuff. So that's kind of nice. Occasional travel and stuff like that for stuff like this, right? I am one of the recruiters, so we come to these recruiting events. We're here, 4 to 6 days or so, and then back home to our traditional work schedules.
Sounds like a very way to have a good balanced life, considering the stress of work and hopefully the relaxation of family.
Yeah, absolutely, it is. We also are a family, so that's a good point to make too. Is we'll have barbecues at the hangars, and bring the entire family over. I go hang out with my coworkers and their families and stuff at their house for Super Bowl parties and stuff like that. So we're also a family. So for even transitioning soldiers and stuff like that, it's a really easy transition because they're kind of used to that in the military sense, and then they come over with Air and Marine operations, and it's very similar for here too.
Well, I'm guessing you're not going to have a hard time getting enough people to build up to the 600. If once you get to that point, like you said, you got to attrition, is it somebody applies, you just wait until there's an opening before you contact them?
So our hiring process, because it's government hiring process, it can be a little bit longer than like the civilian process. So we ask that people apply, 6 months to a couple of years. And when I say the couple of years early, so our military guys transitioning out, I always tell them 2-year mark is good. Yeah, start applying there. Our pre-employment process can be kind of long, and our military guys sometimes with medical or VA disabilities and stuff like that, it can make it a little bit longer to justify all of their medical issues and stuff like that before coming into the law enforcement position, right? So it does take a little bit longer for us to get you on board, so apply early, but we have a robust applicant care process within Air and Marine Operations, so we kind of track you and help you through all of those pre-employment steps, and so does our Customs and Border Protection hiring center. Wow.
Well, you've got your work cut out for you, and hopefully everybody's coming by and expressing interest and follow through. I'm just going to let you, anything come to mind that you'd like to talk about real quick?
Yeah, I was just going to say, come if you're here, come see us. If you're not here at Verticon, we're at several different other recruiting events. You can also go to our careers page at cbp.gov/careers and look for Air and Marine Operations.
Great. Now I know I've seen somebody down at Sun and Fun, so it may not be you, but there'll be somebody there. Okay. Well, this is Brian Purday with the Florida Aviation Network, live and in the clear from Verticon 2025 in Dallas, Texas. Have a great day.